to go to a location right now, but I wanted to make a quick video to let you guys know. A lot of you guys have been sending me emails and messages asking me how can you guys communicate with spirits, and do you need to have the gift that I have in order to communicate with spirits. Excuse me, because I'm driving, so I'm like talking and looking, and anyways, you can absolutely communicate with spirits. Anybody that wants to, anybody that's motivated, anybody that tries. Sometimes it doesn't take that long to communicate with spirits. It just depends on how open you are to the spiritual realm, and what are you looking for when it comes to communicating with spirits. Because when you are open to the spiritual realm and you're looking for something specific, for instance, if you have questions of from your loved ones that have crossed over, that's a lot different than, there is a huge difference than communicating with just spirits on a daily basis, or running into spirits, you know, here and there. So the difference is in how to communicate with your loved one that crossed over versus how to communicate with, you know, regular spirits that walk the earth with us on a regular basis, you know, every day. What you could do is, all you need is a simple candle. And the reason why I'm saying candle is because candle actually creates energy when it comes to communicating with the spiritual realm. Spirits work with energy. They work with our energy. We work with their energy. So we kind of feed off of each other's energy. And it's a beautiful thing. So some idiot truck just tried to cut me off and almost hit me. But anyways, when it comes to lighting the candle, I would get a sage, and I would light a sage as I'm doing the candle, just to be safe and make sure that nothing dark comes through. Because what happens is, every time that you communicate with spirits, you open portals. And when you open that portal to communicate with spirits, you need to be able to learn how to close those portals back up, and you need to be able to learn on how not to communicate or contact or conjure up any demons while you're in the process of trying to communicate with a spirit or a loved one that crossed over. There are certain things that you could say. Now, everybody has their own way of doing things. I have my own way of doing things that actually work, and that's been working with me for me for many years. But certain things that you could say, words are really powerful when it comes to the spiritual realm. So when it comes to conjuring up, for instance, you want to conjure up a demon. For whatever reason, I've had questions when people ask me, how can I conjure up a demon? Or how can I conjure up an incubus or a succubus? Well, when you do that, I would still get a sage for my own protection as well. You can say a prayer as you're doing it, as you're conjuring up these demons. You could say a prayer for yourself, you know, to make sure that you're protected. But there's always that possibility, and always that danger that comes with it when you want to mess with a demonic entity. It's still the same thing when you want to communicate or call out to a loved one that crossed over, a spirit, only because you are also risking having other, because you're opening up a portal, so you're risking having other entities and other spirits coming through as well. So you need to know exactly what to do and how to do it in order for you to only be able to communicate with that one particular spirit that you're looking for to contact with and communicate with. You know, I also do mentoring, and that's something that I also teach my clients as well, on how to communicate with spirits, what tools to use, the things to say. There's certain things that you could do to open a portal. There's certain things you could do to close a portal. Just like when I do my readings and I bring through these spirits that, you know, of loved ones of my clients that crossed over, and my clients want to communicate with them. The way that I I do it, I make sure that it's only one spirit at a time that comes through. If there's multiple spirits that come through, I know exactly who's coming through. I know, and I have to make sure, which I do every time, make sure that, hey, this spirit that's coming through is directly connected to my client. So there's no ifs and buts about, oops, sorry, there's other spirits that are pouring through because I opened a portal. So I always have to be careful, and the same thing with you guys. You guys always have to be careful when you are communicating with spirit, you're calling them out. It's always important to make sure that you close the portal back up, because if you don't close the portal, you're pretty much screwed. Even if you send that spirit back on its way and the portal's still open, there is a high chance of other spirits flowing through and coming through the portal. So it's really important that you close the portal. Now, people ask me, what is a portal, and how do you create a portal? Well, portals are, it's a doorway between our realm and the spiritual realm. And that's how the spirits walk through. They come into our realm, and then they go back into their realm. Just like at these haunted locations, for example, that we go to, there's always portals that are open. Why are these locations haunted? Because there's portals that are open that have all these demonic entities or these regular spirits that pour through, and you know, it's haunted. Haunted doesn't always have to mean having poltergeist activity happening. Haunted doesn't always have to mean that you're getting attacked and you have an attachment, and now it's called haunting. Haunted simply means that, you know, there's a spirit around. Your house is haunted, you have a spirit or two, or however many spirits or entities you have. It doesn't matter if it's a good spirit, doesn't matter if it's a bad spirit. A spirit is a spirit, and it is called a haunting. Other questions that people had, as far as the sexual, a lot of people have been asking me about incubus and succubus and how to communicate with them and how to call upon them. They've had an experience. That's something that you guys need to be very, very careful about. When you have an experience and have a sexual encounter with a demonic entity, the important thing is to remember, whether you like it or not, make sure you close them back up and send them on their way. A lot of times you guys have asked me, well, how can I call for the same specific one to come? That is not hard to do. You can always call the same specific entity, demonic entity, because incubus and succubus are not regular spirits. They're actually demons that come in, have sex with you. And you still need to be careful. You could still call the same one that comes to you. You can send them away when you're done, and then what happens, like I said in the beginning of this video, we feed off of each other's energy. We feed off of the spirit's energy, they feed off of ours. So once the specific entity that has slept with you and had sexual encounter with you knows and connects to your energy during sex, then it already knows your energy, and you, without even realizing it, your body, your energy automatically knows that one. So you can light a candle and you can actually ask for the same specific, you don't need to know their name, because most of the time they won't tell you their name, and even if they do, they will lie. They'll never tell you their real name, unless you're somebody like me that will actually, that knows the difference, that knows specific things that they say, and I know if they're lying or not, so I always get the truth out of them. But regardless, you don't have to call them by name. That's something somebody asked me the other day. You don't have to call them by name. Same thing with the demons. A lot of times, you know, not a lot of times, but I have been getting questions, which is weird lately too, but I've been getting questions of people asking me, how can I conjure up a demon to work with me or to just be with me? Okay, well, number one, I don't think it's a smart idea for anybody, especially without any knowledge, any mentoring, any experience, to conjure up a demon and want to work with them. Okay, baby steps. I always say take baby steps. make sure there's somebody there to help you, walk you through it the first couple of times until you get it down packed. Because if you do one wrong move and you piss off these demons, they're not regular spirits, they're actual demons. Demons don't have any feelings, they don't have a soul. So what happens is you piss them off. They're very deceiving. You piss them off and they own your soul. So you know, you pay for it. Your loved ones around you pay for it. So I never encourage people to conjure up demons to work with. Now, if you know how to do it, that's a different story. But again, baby steps. If you want to, don't jump from not knowing how to do anything with the spiritual realm to conjuring up a demon, and now you're stuck with this demon, and things are going out of control. Now he's in control of your life, or it's in control of your life, and you know, you're like, oh shit, what the hell did I do? Poltergeist activities start happening, threats, physical attacks, they start affecting your life, affecting the people's lives around you. So when I say baby steps, meaning contact a regular spirit. And again, it's not easy in the beginning, especially for most of you that don't know how to do certain things, or don't know how to do anything when it comes to the spiritual realm, or what certain things mean. So conjuring up a demon is a lot different than calling out a spirit, a regular spirit. So those are the two things that you guys need. There's a difference. You guys need to know that. There's just a lot of things in the spiritual realm that you guys need to know before you dabble with something that's going to get you in trouble. And I wouldn't say in the long run, I would say in short period of time, because it doesn't take that long for a demon to get pissed off and start attacking and lashing back at you. So you really need to be careful of what you're doing when it comes to dealing with the spiritual realm. Again, I do mentoring. I can help you guys develop your skills or your gifts. Anybody could open their doors to the spiritual realm. Everybody is born with it. It's just as you're growing older, growing up, it's, you know, it's up to you. You choose. If you're afraid, you close your doors, and you subconsciously close your doors. That means your doors automatically close as you're getting older, because you stop believing in the spiritual realm. And the reason you stop believing in the spiritual realm is because you're afraid of it. And so your doors automatically close when you're afraid of something when it comes to the spiritual realm. So there's a lot of steps, a lot of things that could be done once you get down packed, you know, opening your doors. It's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. I love being who I am, and I love doing, sometimes I even say, I enjoy and I love communicating with spirits. I think Zach just passed next to me. Zach Bagans. I'm on the freeway and he's literally, I just passed him. He's wearing his black hat. How funny. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I was saying. So just be careful what you guys do. Again, if you guys need mentoring, if you guys need help opening and closing portals, practice makes perfect. I always tell my clients, I tell a lot of people that contact me, keep practicing, practice, practice, practice. That's the best thing that you could do, is practice. Baby steps. Don't jump into conclusions. Don't jump into big things. Once you get something down packed, you can't turn around and say, oh my gosh, now I know how to do this, I'm gonna go after the bigger things. No, you have to climb the ladder step by step. If you try to skip a step, you're gonna fall back 10 steps down. So don't do that. Again, it is possible. You don't necessarily have to be a psychic medium in order to communicate with spirits. Everybody's born with a gift. You can always open your doors, because, you know, if your doors are shut now, that means you were in denial, you rejected the spiritual realm, you were afraid of it. Whatever the situation is, your doors are closed. You turn into a skeptic. You don't believe in it because, you know, maybe something happened, or you seen something, or you heard something, you got scared, so your doors are closed and you're just in denial, and now you're a skeptic. I am known to be one of the main ones that actually turn skeptics into believers. I love doing that. It's something I enjoy doing, and it's something that I've been doing for many years, and it's fun. But so when it comes to the spiritual realm, there's a lot of things you could do. It's so fun. It is so fun sometimes. Just depends on what you do, who you deal with, who you communicate with, opening and closing portals. It's not going to be easy in the beginning. And let me give you guys a heads up real quick before I get going. If you try it and the first time and it doesn't work, don't get frustrated. Sometimes for some people it takes the first try, and you know, their doors are open and they can see and hear and communicate with spirits. Sometimes it takes a couple of days, sometimes it takes a couple of weeks, couple of months, even a couple of years. If you get discouraged and frustrated, it's not going to work. You need to be 100% committed. You need to believe in it and have the faith that the spiritual realm does exist, that yes, I want to communicate with spirits. Are you going to be scared in the beginning when you see a spirit? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie to you. It just depends on what spirit comes through, how they look like to you in front of you. So just be prepared for it, okay? Just be prepared, because oh, there's a wedding going on the strip too. Wow. I'm actually on the strip. I got off the freeway and I'm actually cutting across to get to the location. But so yeah, it's really just don't get discouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of work, especially in the beginning. Just be prepared, because your life is not going to be the same once you open those doors to the spiritual realm. I'm not talking about the portals. I'm talking about your doors to the spiritual realm. You can always close it. I know how to close doors. So if you're sick of it, if you are done with it, if you no longer want to do anything with the spiritual realm, contact me and I'll be happy to close all your doors, and then you'll be done with the spiritual realm. But again, it's not always fun and games. There is a lot of work to do in it. There's always a lot of blocking, a lot of protecting, a lot of cleansing yourself and your home, because once your doors are open and once you're spiritual, spirits could actually sense who is open to the spiritual realm and who's not. And those who are, they pretty much go after them for help. They go after them for attachment. They go after them for communication, to give messages back and forth, to help them cross over. That's another thing you need to be prepared, because if you don't know how to cross the spirit over to where, to go to the light or where they're supposed to go, and they're stuck on earth, you are continuously going to get harassed and contacted by spirits, and they're not going to go away, because they know that your doors are open. You can see and hear them and communicate with them and feel them and sense them, and they're not going to go away even if you tell them to go away, only because they want you to help them cross over, and they don't know that you don't know how. So they're going to think that you're deceiving them and that you don't want to do it, and then that pisses them off. And activities start happening, they start attacking you, and it just turns ugly. So again, if you want to open your doors, just be prepared. I always tell people, make sure you know what you're doing, and if you don't, ask somebody to help. You don't always have to know how to cross the spirit over. You don't always have to know how to open and close portals, but it is work. It is work when your doors are open to the spiritual realm. And always make sure you get help. If you want to communicate with spirits, you could do with somebody like me that can help you and mentor you, and then we could close your doors back up if you would just want to have a one-time experience to see how it is with the spiritual realm. But if you choose to keep your doors open, just be prepared, because it's you just open yourself up to a bumpy, crazy, wild ride of your life it's non-stop. It doesn't go away. People always ask me too, are you haunted? Let me guess, with the line of work that I do? No, really? You know what I mean? Yeah, we're, people like me that are doing what we're doing with the spiritual realm. Of course we are. But in a good way. We deal with the good, we deal with the bad, we deal with the in-between. And that's what you need to be prepared for as well. To deal with everything. To deal with the dark, the light, the ups and downs that come with it. Just be prepared. And again, if you need mentoring, if you need readings, whatever that you need, always contact me, monicaspiritqueen@yahoo.com, and I will make sure that to be there to help you out. It's my pleasure to help people. It's my pleasure this is why I do what I do, to give closure to people, and I love it. It's fun. To me, it's fun because I make it fun. When, you know, those days when I said it's up and down, the days that are down, I don't dwell on it. That's something that another person had asked me the other day as well. Send me an email. How do you deal with the negative part of the spiritual realm? I don't dwell on it. It comes and goes, and I let it go, because if I keep it, the negativity, I'm only going to attract negative, dark, demonic entities. So I let go, and you know, it took a long time to learn to let go, because after my first demonic attack many years ago, way in the beginning when I was younger, I had a major breakdown that first time. But then I noticed I need to pick myself up. And once I started picking myself up, and once I started realizing that this is my life, it's not the spirit's life, this is my life. And I'm in control of my life, and I will control who comes and goes. And sticking with that mentality, it actually helped, it actually worked. So, therefore, I don't dwell on it. I don't let it get to me the way that it did that one time. It is overwhelming sometimes, but at the same time, it's fun. You know, you get your adrenaline going at times, just depending what location I'm at and how haunted it is and what's all there. But again, it is fun, and you'll enjoy it. Just be prepared for it. Just be prepared for it. It's not for everybody. I'm telling you this. It is not for everybody, especially if you have a family. I have a family. You need to learn how to balance it like I have. If not, then it's not going to be pleasant for you. It's just going to be more of a hard work. Love you guys. I got to get going. I'm almost here. I will talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, monicaspiritqueen@yahoo.com. Email me anytime, night or day, and I will definitely get back to you. If I don't get back to you the same day, give me 2-3 days. Within a couple of days, I definitely will get back to you. Sometimes I have a crazy schedule, sometimes I don't. So just depending on my schedule. Don't think I ignore you guys. I do receive your emails. I do see them. I'm not ignoring you guys. Just give me a little bit. And I always get back with, you know, with people that contact me, and I have a lot, and I love that. So keep it going. Thanks for all your love and support, you guys. And if you have a haunted location, you guys want me to go check it out, let me know. If you're being haunted, your house is being haunted, I would love to come and help you guys out and check it out. You know, any situation you have when it comes to the paranormal, contact me and I will be there. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.